All right, this is part 9 of my 2023 NFL predictions. Finally, the last part. The season opener is tonight. But in this one, we've got my NFL award predictions for this upcoming season. And honestly, it was pretty hard to make this list. But jumping right into it, we'll start out with the rookie awards. We'll go Offensive Rookie of the Year first. And winning this award, I have Jahmyr Gibbs from the Detroit Lions. Now, he was taken a lot higher than people expected. And just from the jump, Dan Campbell said that they're going to be getting the ball into his hands in very creative ways. I think no better guy to lead that than Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, who impressed a lot of people last season with that offense, especially in the second half of the year, where the Lions really made a push for the playoffs. But adding Jahmyr Gibbs to this running back room, we know that they traded away DeAndre Swift, so he's basically going to be running back one. Whole split carries with guys like David Montgomery. But I think Jahmyr Gibbs will end the season as running back one on this Detroit Lions team, and I'm excited to see these creative ways that Ben Johnson is going to get him the ball. We know that he can catch in the receiving game, and obviously he's great on the ground too. So, Jahmyr Gibbs I think will be a stud this season for the Lions. But moving on to Defensive Rookie of the Year, I have Will Anderson winning this award. I tried talking myself out of it because I really don't want to have the first defensive player taken having to win this award, but I feel like it needs to happen. Now, DeMeco Ryans, of course, is the new head coach of this Texans team, and he was the DC. He was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers last year, and they had arguably, to me, unarguably, the best defense in the NFL, and of course, that was led by him as the defensive coach, and now he's the head coach for the Texans. He played linebacker for the Texans, actually, and honestly, I think just the fact that they traded up to number 3 just to pick him all the way from pick number 12, I think that they're going to be able to get the most. They're going to be able to get the most out of Will Anderson. So I'm excited to see him really be released this season. I don't think he's going to have any limits on him. But I also do have a runner-up for each award. For Offensive Rookie of the Year, it was Bijan Robinson, who was pretty much my winner of this award until just like a couple days ago, where I decided to switch it. I was led on to it, but. My runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year is Joey Porter Jr., who, if you guys watched the AFC North video, you know I'm a big fan of this Pittsburgh Steelers team. I think he's going to be a big part of their success this season. But moving into the better awards now, Offensive Player of the Year, my runner-up is Justin Jefferson, who really has a great chance at winning this award. Honestly, you can throw him in the MVP conversation. But this season, I have Tyreek Hill winning this one. He was on pace for 2,000 yards last season before Tua got injured, and I know that his health concerns are basically the X factor of this whole Dolphins season. But it's also the X factor of Tyreek Hill winning Offensive Player of the Year. Like I said, on pace for 2K if Tua didn't get injured. And just like Ben Johnson with Jahmyr Gibbs, I think Mike McDaniel is going to find very, very creative ways to get Tyreek Hill the ball. Also Jalen Waddle, but we know Tyreek Hill is on a completely different tier than Waddle. So I'm excited to see this Dolphins team. Of course, I'm a Dolphins fan, so a little bit of biasy putting Tyreek Hill in front to win this award, but at least I don't have Tua winning MVP. We'll get there when we get there. But moving on to Defensive Player of the Year, I'm giving this one to Micah Parsons. Now, Nick Bosa is my runner-up, and I really wanted to give him the award, but he won it last year, and it'd be tough to go back-to-back, especially coming off of now a new contract. The highest-paid defensive player in NFL history just got the contract yesterday. Yeah, it was just yesterday. I wanted to pick Bosa for this award, but I'm going to be giving it to Micah Parsons. I feel like it's set up. I like the odds a lot for him to win this award. I think it's plus 600 right now. But also, he's moving to edge rusher full-time this year. He's not going to be dropping back into coverage, so he'll be rushing the quarterback basically every play because I doubt we see him out of the game a lot of the time. And, with Dan Quinn as defensive coordinator, I've said before, I really like him coaching that defense. I think Micah Parsons can have, once again, another stellar season. This time, I think he'll be taking home Defensive Player of the Year. But moving into the next award, Coach of the Year, pretty boring award, but whatever. I'm going to be giving it to Mike Tomlin. Like I said multiple times, I'm a huge fan of this Pittsburgh Steelers team, and it's going to be led by Mike Tomlin. I just found out today that he has not won Coach of the Year yet, which was surprising to me because I really thought that he had won it in a couple years ago, but he hasn't. And, one thing that a lot of people have been saying is that these voters like to give awards to players, or not even players, but especially Coach of the Year. They like to give this award to coaches who have never won it. So Mike McDaniel is my runner-up. Also, Brandon Staley I wanted to give some credit to. I think he's going to have a big year with the Chargers. But Mike Tomlin's my pick. Like I said, I've said before that I love this Steelers team, and I mean, Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season in I'm forgetting the stat, but it's been a while. I'm telling you, it's been a while. I think it's been more than 10 years though. They somehow finished 9-8 last year after starting the season 2-6. I'm pretty sure. So when they improved the team this offseason, I knew that they were going to be taking a huge jump. But moving on to my next award, it's Comeback Player of the Year, and it's going to be going to Damar Hamlin. Not even going to touch too much on this whole situation, but we know that it's not even about how he plays. The second Damar Hamlin steps on that field Monday night for the Bills, if he ends up playing, this award is on lock. And it's nothing about how he plays or how he's, his potential or nothing like that. It's about his story and how he was able to come back from that whole situation we had last season on Monday night against the Bengals. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that full situation, but it's great seeing Damar Hamlin back on that field, and I'm excited to see him win this award because I think we all know that it's going to be happening on Award Honors Night, which is in January, I'm pretty sure. But wrapping this video up with MVP. I went back and forth between a lot of the top guys, and I actually just made this decision a couple minutes ago. I'm giving it to Justin Herbert from the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't even have a runner-up for this award. I think that Justin Herbert's going to have a huge year. If the Chargers can win this division, I think Justin Herbert will be at the top of that MVP ladder. Last year, he basically played with broken ribs the entire year. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were on and off the field basically week after week. They didn't have their top receivers, like I said. Gerald Everett was on and off the field as well. And if you can get Justin Herbert healthy, which obviously he is going into week 1, if he can stay healthy throughout the whole year, and if Keenan Allen and Mike Williams can stay healthy throughout this whole year, I think that the ceiling for this team is endless. And now you're adding Kellen Moore as the new offensive coordinator who loves to throw the ball downfield. Justin Herbert can have a huge year, especially when it comes to the numbers. Those interception numbers might be up, I'm not even going to lie, but it'll end up with more touchdowns and more yards, and in the end, more team success for this Chargers team. Also forgot to even mention that they added Quentin Johnston in the draft this past April. He's going to be able to stretch the field a ton. That's what he did at TCU. That was the type of player he was, and now you're putting him with Kellen Moore and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen to learn from, with Justin Herbert throwing him the ball. It's going to be a big year for all these guys, man. And, of course, that's all led by Justin Herbert. This is why I said Brandon Staley, I wanted to show some love for him for Coach of the Year. Because if Herbert can win MVP, it means that the Chargers had a great year. And, of course, Brandon Staley had a great year. But if Herbert does win MVP, I'm putting a lot of risk at this, award prediction. Because I think that the Chiefs are going to win this division. But even with the Chargers being a wildcard team in the AFC, I think it's definitely possible to see Justin Herbert win this MVP award, especially if he deserves it. But, yeah, man, I don't know what time it is right now. It's 3:30 right now, so the season kicks off in just under 6 hours, or just under 5 hours, actually. But, yeah, man, these are my NFL award predictions for this season. We only got a couple more hours. And then, of course, after this, we'll have the Week 1 predictions coming on Friday, which is tomorrow, and then the Dolphins-Chargers preview on Saturday night. So stay tuned for those 2 videos. But either way, that'll wrap up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Peace.